Hey guys, it's Megan Deal here, host of the Real Deal Conversations podcast on Around the Ozarks. And I am so excited to continue our series, Espressodes, where we have fun and interview in a totally different setting than the studio. And I am with James Craigmyle today,
Yes.
Former live PD officer, retired though. And we're going to talk all things live PD and what he's doing life after.
Yes.
What was it like having the cameras follow you? Like, did it change how you approach situations? Or were you able to filter it out? What was that like?
So it's no different than normal patrol.
Okay.
Because we have a camera in our patrol cars. So we're used to being mic'd up with an audio mic and then the video being recorded on us. And everybody today has a cell phone.
Right.
So they're all recording us. You have people on the side of the road, you have people in cars,
Yeah.
which cause a lot of accidents.
Yeah.
The looky-loos that like to record us. So it's no different. You know, the camera crew, they're professionals. They started off with like cops. They've been in the Great American Race. They've been with Dog the Bounty Hunter, The Deadliest Catch. That's who our film crew was
Oh, that's
from.
so cool.
So they're able to go in and they're out of our way.
Yeah.
And they can keep up.
Being on national television, did it change how the community viewed you? Was there like a shift in that? What was that like?
You know, I don't know as if it was the way the community viewed us, because the community in Southwest Missouri is really supportive of law enforcement.
100%, yes.
You look at the rest of the world, and during Live PD, I was able to travel many places. New York, California, Arizona, Florida, to different agencies and doing different things. And you really see the difference, some disdain that the community has for law enforcement.
Yeah.
Myself, I was fortunate, I had a patrol dog.
Yeah.
So who doesn't love dogs, right?
Right.
So having a dog with me bridges that gap between the people who really hate law enforcement or those parents who are teaching their children to hate law enforcement to that, because they may not like me, but who doesn't love a dog?
Yeah.
So I'm able to use my dog as an ambassador and to bridge that gap between law enforcement and the civilian world, and it helped a lot. All Live PD did was shed a light on our community here and the things that we do and the people that we deal with, because we're not usually dealing with people on their birthdays or whenever they're giving birth or whenever they graduated something. We're dealing with them in moments of turmoil, in moments of pain, and in moments of their darkest times of their lives. So it really shows that side of law enforcement to be able to get people to understand what we go through. There's a lot of PTSD involved in law enforcement. There's a lot of traumatic brain injuries from accidents, from us getting beat up on the streets, from the bad people that we arrest and get in fights with. So there's a lot of that the community doesn't understand, that I think they're understanding a little bit more because they see it live. It's just not pre-recorded. Cops is a great show, but it's all pre-recorded, and they only show you what they want you to see.
Yeah. The emotional toll on law enforcement. What is something that the community can know about the emotional toll it takes? And, you know, how do you guys navigate that?
It's difficult because now there's kind of a shift to where they get a counselor or a psychologist with us to help us out after a traumatic event. You know, they say that, and I don't remember the statistics, but a normal person that doesn't live in the law enforcement world or EMS or the medical or fire field, they don't see as much of the traumatic injuries that we do. And we will sometimes see 15 to 20 in a day.
Wow.
You know, we may go from 3 or 4 people that have died to now we're dealing with children who have been molested or you know, abandoned or abused, to dogs that are abandoned or abused. So we're really dealing with all of the darkest of people's times and lives, and we have to process that. And then I have to go from that to, oh, by the way, you got to be at a school at noon now to talk to a bunch of kids. So I don't have the opportunity like most people do, law enforcement doesn't, to process that. You literally, you bury it and you move on to the next thing, because you may have just dealt with a traffic ticket from me, and now I'm going to a 90-year-old man who just passed away, and his wife is still alive, and she's dealing with him. They've been together for 60 years.
Wow.
And now I'm having to go to a stealing at a come and go, and now I'm having to go to a child who maybe had his bike stolen.
Yeah.
So I've got to compartmentalize all that, bury it deep, and then I got to go home to a family, if you have a family at the end of the night, and try to go to sleep after everything you've just seen and do it all again the next day.
Man, I really appreciate everything you just said, because I think it is so easy for just citizens, for us to go, oh, they're driving by, wonder, oh, they probably just, but I think the auto thought is, you guys are just pulling people over, you're just pulling people over. That's just the auto thought. But everything you just said, I had an idea that would happen every now and then. I don't think a lot of us grasp what you just said, and that is a lot. So what is life like post Live PD? So what are you doing now? So what are you doing now? Give us all the things. I know that you are now owner of Canine Hideaway, and he was telling us all sorts of things about it. This place sounds so cool. So go ahead and give us a post Live PD summary.
So post Live PD, A&E asked me to develop a show called America's Top Dog. So I assisted with developing America's Top Dog on A&E.
Oh, that's so cool.
I helped with making sure that the courses that we were rendering was going to be safe for all the dogs. There was an underdog on the show, which was a civilian dog, not a law enforcement dog. So we were able to get these dogs on there. They're doing narcotic sniffs, they're doing all these obstacles, and everything that law enforcement dogs do on a daily basis. So we ended up doing that show. After that show, then I ended up getting called back out to California to film for Lifestyle. So I filmed for Lifestyle, and then Project Canine Hero is a good organization. If nobody knows about them, I highly encourage them to go look up Project Canine Hero. They help out canines, military and law enforcement working dogs when they retire, and they help pay for medical bills.
Oh, wow.
So my retired dog Lore, they help pay for his medical bills. So I hosted the first Project Canine Hero Awards on Great American Country.
Yeah.
I did some movies, so I filmed with Tyler Perry down in Atlanta.
How fun.
Val Kilmer reached out to me. I flew out to LA and hung out with Val at his place a different couple of times, and then he asked me to come on. He did it was for Top Dog, the first Top Gun. So we had a potluck dinner for the first Top Gun. He had all kinds of celebrities. I don't know why he called me.
Oh, that's so
Other
fun
than I had met him and we were good friends.
Oh my gosh.
So I flew out to LA and I helped with his potluck dinner. We did some commercials and cameos. I mean, he had everybody that you could think of. George Clooney and Cher and Slash, and a good friend of mine now, David Chokichi, who played on Baywatch with he was Pamela Anderson's boyfriend.
How fun is that?
So I got to meet him and his lovely wife. She is the the United States president for Gucci. Okay. So she is the president for that. So then I got to meet Muse Watson, who's done a bunch of movies. So that really catapulted me back into the limelight and doing TV stuff.
Yeah. What legacy do you want to leave behind? And what do you want your story to say to other people to encourage them?
You know, I think that my legacy would be, I feel like in law enforcement and the military, it was a lot of giving back.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of helping other people whenever they couldn't help themselves, and to be there to make sure that people are safe and secure.
Yeah.
So that seems like, you know, we go through phases in our life, and that seems like it was the first phase in my life was the people. And now that I own Canine Hideaway in Springfield, it's now transitioning to dogs and people, because to people, a lot of their dogs are their world. That's their children. So I want to be able to provide that safe place for their dogs to come. That's a little more nicer and more luxurious for the dogs. So I would say that the overall James Craigmyle legacy is giving back and helping those that are less fortunate and that can help themselves.
Oh, I love that.
And just being there for them.
All right, we are gonna make an iced salted caramel, which is gonna be fun because James doesn't drink coffee, period, ever. I don't know. He doesn't even drink caffeine. Mountain Dew.
I drink Mountain Dew. Yeah, Mountain Dew and coffee, or Mountain Dew and tea, but I don't.
I know.
All of my years in the military and in law enforcement, I have never drank. Let me tell you real quick.
Okay.
The first night that I did live PD,
Yeah.
the camera crews from all over the United States, right? So they're like, "How you gonna?" I was so tired because I just worked the night before and I had court that day.
Yeah.
So I went in and got a Bang. Have you ever had a Bang?
No.
Those energy drinks?
No. I'm afraid of those energy drinks. We have loaded teas.
Oh
with
my
those
gosh.
things.
I was awake from 8 a.m. Friday morning until 8 a.m. Sunday
Did it give you a
morning.
panic attack?
No,
See, that's
but
why
I
won't
was
drink those.
wired. I was wanting somebody to run from me or a pursuit. Oh my gosh, this is like what they do with marijuana on the streets.
So these two right here fit into right here. So you're gonna puzzle piece it.
All right, what do we do with this? Take a shot?
So leave that there.
Oh,
And then get your salted caramel. You're gonna pick this up, go under here, and you're gonna put 3 pumps of salted caramel in.
I feel like Tom Cruise on cocktails.
Okay, there we go. So you've made a latte. Now you're professional.
Yes.
So you guys can add at Canine Hideaway coffee for all the dog parents because now you're a barista.
You know, we do have a, I don't even know what it is, one of them things that you put, K-pot?
Keurig.
Yes.
That's not good.
See, I told you I wanted coffee. A Keurig is fancy, isn't it?
No.
But I have like Dunkin' Donuts coffee
No.
and...
Don't you be promoting anyone else besides Real Deal. You already said
But you don't have any,
You already
do
said
you
Dunkin'.
have any like K-pots, K-cups?
No, this is fresh. We don't do no K-cups.
Gotcha.
This
Cut.
is fresh. That's awesome. High five! You made it. Love it.
Yes, thank you.
Awesome. All right, James, thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
That was awesome.
Yes.